Hello there, everybody, and welcome to another video. This popped up like yesterday, and I don't know what it's about. Don't even know this dude, but I'm guessing he's uh he's one of those people who talk about like alpha male shit because that's what the video was. That's what the video was titled or something like that around that. But yeah, I don't know.
Steven, no, we are at an impasse, okay? I love you, but Steven, your abuse is sick. Your abuse
Watch it.
is sick.
Watch it.
And then his wife is pregnant or something, or not, or something's happening.
And I need some space. We need to just stop.
So is that alpha? That's pretty alpha, right?
It is, without a doubt. It's definitely
like,
alpha.
like it's your pregnant wife, nigga. Why don't you just like be a little compassionate? What's wrong with this nigga?
You drew a boundary. No, you just did it. I drew a boundary in abusive and cruel. You were not taking the car. Because if you refuse to do wifely things, then I will go pick up the groceries.
There is no groceries. I would have
Steaks, wood pellets, my grill. I know it's an unreasonable request, but I'll go do it. How about you first? Hillary, how do you respect the man? Yes.
What the hell?
I'm the man. You see love comes back.
respect.
No. How does a man make it? No, you're not taking the car.
Steven,
You're not taking the car.
Steven,
You are not
then I
taking
will ask someone to pick me up. Would you like me to ask?
Oh, that's right.
It's no respect, Steven.
What?
Okay, Steven, I can't.
You want to walk out right now? Listen to me. I can't go to the gym. I can't go to my parents. I can't call my friends. I can't be home. You're going to take the car and leave me here. Hillary, just think of how boxed in you've made me.
What do you need me to pick
What?
up? I'll get it. I'll be back when I'm back.
No, let the
Wait, what's going on here? What they just arguing about his wife wanting to go somewhere, and does he want her to stay home with him? Is that what?
work either. You'll be back when you're back. It doesn't work either.
One, like when you're with somebody, you kind of have to think about them a lot. And then two, she's pregnant, nigga. Like Jesus.
So yeah, for those who don't know, Steven Crowder and his now estranged wife, they're going through a divorce. This has been started back in 2021. This is some new information that is leaked. Honestly,
Damn.
just from my personal perspective, I think it's kind of weird to make blanketed statements on someone's relationship based off of like a 3-minute clip.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
However, this does look kind of, at worst, it looks kind of cringe. Like
Yeah.
it's mad cringe. You yelling at your 8-month pregnant wife to do things that come across as very rudimentary. Someone who's as successful as Crowder as well, I would assume, why don't you have another car? Like he said, you take the car I'm boxed in. Like I don't, that's something that like
You would think like Uber didn't exist, or like taxis didn't exist, or you couldn't call a friend. Like pretending like there's no way to get around because you don't have your car in your garage is crazy.
Yeah, so that I didn't understand it either. I thought that was kind of weird, and because of that, it comes across as like a semi-controlling tactic. But that's me jumping to very extreme takes. The reason why people are so treating this almost like a I gotcha moment isn't necessarily because of the clip itself. It's a 3-minute clip. A lot of things going on. It seems as if like he's asking her to do some wifely duties, make some responsibilities around the house while he sits back and chill. Probably he's probably worked. I'm not gonna act like Steven Crowder doesn't work. He's probably got done working. He's chilling. Yo, you need to do your duties even when you're 8 months pregnant. Get to work. You get to work now, so you need to be working. She says that the dispute really came with the dog, the responsibility of the dog. She's supposed to be carrying some medication, but she's pregnant, so she can't handle the medication. It says on the bottle, like, hey, I shouldn't handle medication. So that's where a lot of this kind of stems from. But obviously, it seems like it's something more pressing than just some dog medication. Because my goodness, I don't see how that's pretty crazy. However, here's a problem: the way that Steven Crowder is talking about the divorce, because he's talking about it in a very, let's just say, interesting manner.
I have been living with a proverbial boot on my neck for going on years now. Since 2021, I've been living through what has increasingly been a horrendous divorce. Now, let me say on the outset, to be clear, there is no infidelity, any kind of physical abuse at all on either side. And no, this was not my choice. My then wife decided that she didn't want to be married anymore.
Taco Bell breakfast. Nothing too wild, just delicious.
You know what? Whenever I see this, I remember that this is fake. Because like there's this one cheese commercial where they like have like this cheese, and that shit is so yellow. It's crazy how fake it is. I mean orange. Yeah, it's orange, not even yellow, orange. But like I know this is like I know they like do different stuff here to make you look even better, but.
And in the state of Texas, that is completely permitted. It's been the most heartbreaking experience of my life, what I consider to be my deepest personal failure. And just so you know, my opinions on parenting and families have not changed. I've always believed that children need a mom and a dad, that divorce is horrible. And I still believe that children need a mom and a dad and that divorce is horrible.
So that's how he's framing this. He's framing it like divorce is terrible, it's bad, which would stick to his fundamental roots as a right-winger. That's what he believes. And even if you go a little bit further into it, he always positioned it as, it's not my fault, man.
This was not my choice. My then wife decided that she didn't want to be married anymore. And in the state of Texas, that is completely permitted.
This is out of my hands.
It's not my decision.
It's not my decision. Legality has stepped in and decided she can just leave whenever she wants to leave, man. That's what the legal system says.
And I don't agree with it now.
I don't agree with it. But there's literally nothing that I can do about it. My hands are tied behind my back. And so it comes across as weird and fair, and I do believe that it's probably been a very long and taxing back and forth. I'm pretty sure it's been a gruesome breakup. I'm pretty sure that, without a doubt, like there's some emotional ties that he has been damaged in this back and forth. I'm not denying that at all. For him to say these things, it's very interesting because then later on, there's been some reports claiming that potentially Steven was looking for a divorce.
Oh.
Steven was looking for a divorce several years prior to this, that he actually went to a lawyer, they presented this information, that he was in the process, so it doesn't seem like it's necessarily one-sided.
Now, say talking to a family lawyer doesn't mean you want a divorce. It just means you want to know like the legality of. You just want to learn about the process.
But it's interesting. Well, hey, it's also interesting that the way he keeps talking about it is like legally speaking, guys. Now, legally speaking, like it's almost if like, man, fuck legally. Like, what do you and her want out of it? Like, what's going on? But I think he has to say that because it's the image of the right-wing conservative. Like, I'm about family, about raising kids together, the centric mother, father, husband, wife, we stick together thick and thin. And like when you go down this path of like that logic, like it's almost no bounds in which you're willing to conform to it, even when it just may make sense. It may make sense for them not to be together anymore. But in his mind, for it to work in the world that he's built up, we just got
to be legal.
Man.
You should. I personally also agree that like once you get married, there should be no looking back. But also like I'm assuming she tried. Literally the one clip we've seen is her trying to get space. She said she's gonna leave the house and she doesn't know when she's gonna be back. She just needs room to fucking be away for a little bit. So like I'm sure she tried just about everything before she got into that conclusion.
Yes.
But also like honestly, like if you was treating her like that often enough, like that's not like an unreasonable conclusion, nigga. Like there's only so many times you can sit there with your fucking legs like these right here, fucking smoking a cigar or whatever the fuck you do with your free time before she just taps out. She doesn't want to do it no more, nigga. Like she's pregnant.
Now the other thing that kind of, because I don't think you've seen the whole thing. So there's another part of the clip that is pretty concerning. Towards the end of the clip, there are some statements being claimed that he alluded to the idea of potentially, I'll fuck you up. That's literally what he said.
I'm not gonna get you anymore. I'm gonna go, I'll get text me what you need, I'll get you what you need. I love you. I'm committed to you.
Are you committed enough to do those things?
I'm not gonna.
Are you committed enough to do those things? You're not committed to anything. You're not committed to anything. You just said I love you, I'm committed to it. Walk the dogs, put on some gloves.
I need to.
Walk the dogs, put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to do those things?
Yeah, so you're right. Like this is a small clip. I'm saying like we don't know everything off the strength of the clip. Maybe she's dumb lazy and he just had it up to here with her laziness.
And that is a possibility. And to be also fair, it just feels like everything is building up to this whole
so we're just seeing a moment.
Yeah.
But damn, bruh.
Walk the dogs, put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to get the medication the dogs? No, you take that in.
As the crowd is heading inside, Steven gets angrier and angrier and by his own admission screams, I'll fuck you up at his pregnant wife, Hillary, who then flees her home, allegedly. Why did they just put it in the video?
They said by his own admission. They said that by his own admission.
Well, I can't hear it, so.
Yeah,
I would have just put it in the video.
They claim it's by his own admission. So that is how it all ended, which then kind of resumes. Like you said, though, we don't. I mean, it's a 3-minute clip. We don't really know all the details to it, which is why we weren't like jumping at the gate to like talk about this. But it is very interesting and odd, especially as more and more information has revealed itself. That Steven Crowder continues to present this as if like, oh, this is just what this is not what I wanted. The legal system took over, guys, and it's like it's almost as if like he's presenting like, if it wasn't for the legal system, she would still be here right now.
And it's all politicking though. Like you're trying to look away. So you're gonna present information. You're gonna talk about how bad divorce is, how it wasn't your problem. Everyone's just politicking, just to make themselves look like they're not the ones who fucked up.
So I hope the best for him. I'm not somebody who's trying to have this one up on somebody. Yo, do what's best for you, because it's definitely a bunch of messy stuff, and we don't know the full details of it.
Sure.
Definitely,
you look bad though, bro. You look really bad.
He looks bad, but I know
you actually look like Bowser. You look like a tyrant.
But I know for a fact how someone can look in certain situations if you don't get the full context and everything can build up, and then it gets to this result. And you know what's really crazy?
There needs to be a TV show,
especially about relationships.
There needs to be a TV show of real divorces, and they just hash it out in divorce court, but it's all publicized and it's all real and it's all like high profile people, and there's just millions of dollars involved. There's hella ads on there. Like it should be a fiasco, nigga. Like everybody should be tuned in and tapped in to what is really just entertainment for a lot of people. All drama is really just entertainment for most people. To a lot of people, this is just entertaining. It's like a gotcha moment. Like, oh, okay, so you said you're about this, but it looks like you might not actually be. You said you're about family, but this is how you treat your pregnant wife. In all reality, I feel like most political commentators end up kind of just doing what's the word we used to describe Steve Harvey?
Pander. Because why say anything that is going to potentially lose you money or lose you loyalty from your base? You're not gonna.
Gonna. So he's just saying the things that's gonna resonate with the people that fuck with him at the end of the day. So that's pandering.
It's understandable if you get to the point where you're going through a divorce, but it does come across as like lacking an understanding of like, your wife is like 8 months pregnant. I don't even know how y'all get to this point where like you live the life that you live and you can't provide another car for your wife. I don't that to me was the part.
I feel like he has multiple cars. I feel like he just, I don't know, like it's either that he wanted her to really take the dog for a walk for whatever reason. I don't know about the medication. I don't know about that, because maybe, I don't know. So I'm gonna just leave that aside. Maybe it's like, it could be 3 things, but I'm only gonna say 2 because I don't really know the third. Well, it could actually be 3 things. It could be one, he actually only really has 1 car. I don't know why he would, because he's successful, and his wife would at least have another car for him. So then if he goes somewhere, she could go somewhere. Because, if she needs to. 2, he just wanted her to stay home, I guess, and they could do shit together. I don't know. Because she was trying to leave, but he wanted her to stay and walk the dog. And, walking the dog takes, I don't know how long it really takes, but it could take 15 or 30 minutes, right? And then after that, they're going to be together again. Because she was talking about getting space and leaving the house indefinitely, not knowing when she's coming back. And he's like, just walk the dog and then come back, and then we could do whatever. I don't know. That's how I see it, though. Like, it's either he didn't want her to leave, or he really didn't have, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
That threw me away. I'm like, man, you have 1 car? Like, damn, bro. And if you can't get another Camry? Like, what the hell?
And if you're so concerned about feeling stranded, don't choose to live in a fucking suburb with 1 car, you rich fuck.
Yeah, that doesn't make none of
that decisions you made, since you're all about self-accountability. Even in that clip, you said, I'm fully accountable. Like, when he was sitting down on his show. Yeah, you are fully accountable. You made a lot of decisions to be put in that scenario. You telling your pregnant wife to take an Uber, regardless of the context, is wild. That's insane. Even if she wasn't pregnant, like, you should probably arrange a ride for her. But like, Uber most of the time is really safe, especially during the day. If you put someone in Uber, that's not crazy. But when she's pregnant and you're doing it out of pettiness or anger, now you look crazy.
Completely out of pettiness.
You look like the emotional one in the situation. And it's like, bro, that's your pregnant wife and you're the nigga being emotional, but you're sitting back pretending like you're having a logical take. It's not hard to consider your pregnant wife's feelings and opinions, nigga. And if she wants to be away from you, it's probably because of the way you're fucking acting. Let us know what y'all think in the comment section down below. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like. And if you like this video,
it seemed like she wanted to be away, and he didn't want her to be away. So, he was pregnant, man. So emotional. I'm dead. But yeah, let me know your opinion. Like, subscribe. See you guys later. Hope you have a good day or night. Bye.